Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Act 2, Scene 4. A street. Enter Benvolio and Mercutio.
"Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?"
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
"Ah, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosalind, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow-boy's butt-shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. Rest me his minim rest, 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button, a duellist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause. Ah, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high. The what? The pox of such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos, these new tuners of accents. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore. Why, is not this a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion-mongers, these perdona-me's, who stand so much on the new form that they cannot at ease on the old bench? Oh, their bones, their bones!"
Enter Romeo.
Here comes Romeo, without his roe, like a dried herring, flesh, how art thou fishified? Now is he for the numbers that Petrarch flowed in? Laura to his lady was but a kitchen wench, Mary she had a better love to berhyme her, Dido a dowdy, Cleopatra a gypsy, Helen and Hero Hildings and harlots, Thisbe a grey eye or so, but not to the purpose. Signor Romeo, bonjour! There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both.
What counterfeit did I give you? The ship, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great, and in such a case as mine a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hams,
meaning to curtsy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it, a most courteous exposition. Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy. Pink for flower? Right. Why, then is my pump well flowered. Well said. Follow me this jest now till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing soul singular. O single soul jest, solely singular for the singleness. Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint. Switch and spurs, or I'll cry a match. Nay, if thy wits run the wild goose chase, I have done, for thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose? Thou wast never with me for anything when thou wast not there for the goose. I will bite thee by the ear for that jest. Nay, good goose, bite not. Thy wit is a very bitter sweeting. It is a most sharp sauce. And is it not well served into a sweet goose? Oh, here's a wit of Cheverel that stretches from an inch narrow to an ell broad. I stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose proves thee far and wide a broad goose. Why, is not this better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this drivelling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his bauble in a hole. Stop there, stop there. Thou desirest me to stop in my tale against the hair? Thou wouldst else have made thy tale large. Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I was come to the whole depth of my tale, and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer. Here's goodly gear. Enter nurse and Peter. A sail! A sail! Two, a